Android was intended to be very customizable, and we welcome innovations. The thing which attracted me to Google and to the Internet in general is that it's a great equalizer. I've always been struck by the fact that Google search worked the same, as long as you had access to a computer with connectivity. If you're a rural kid anywhere or a professor at Stanford or Harvard. I have a secret project which adds 4 hours every day to the 24 hours we have. There's a bit of time travel involved. For me, it matters that we drive technology as an equalizing force, as an enabler for everyone around the world. Which is why I do want Google to see, push, and invest more in making sure computing is more accessible, connectivity is more accessible. The core of what Google is about is bringing information to people. Android is one of the most open systems I've ever seen. What makes Android great is it's literally designed from the ground up to be customized in a very powerful way. If you step back and take a holistic look, I think any reasonable person would say Android is innovating at a pretty fast pace and getting it to users. If I'm about to forget my kid's birthday, I want the phone to scream at me until I do something about it. Things like WhatsApp are a great example of success that others have had on Android, which we see as welcome innovation on the platform. Google is all about information. So the notion of using and presenting information in the right point at the right time to users is what, in essence, describes Google. The right moral compass is trying hard to think about what customers want. We do have business relationships, we do licensing relationships, and people want to use Google services on top of Android. But in theory, you can use Android without Google. I would love for my phone to scream if I am about to miss an important thing in my life and never bother me if I'm doing something very important and the information coming in is less important than what I'm doing. We need to bring Android and Chrome to every screen that matters for users, which is why we focus on phone, wearables, car, television, laptops, and even your workplace. What strikes me every single time is that the aspirations of Indians are unique and unparalleled. They're very demanding, regardless of background. The impact of giving someone a connected smartphone is no different from giving them a real computer. I look at how my kids learn and how different it is from how I learned because the impact of these things is just so huge. Sometimes I think we don't fully internalize what it is to get the power of knowledge in everyone's hand. There are 7 billion people in the world, and I think phones are the first time most people will have access to a modern computing device. With Android, we want to enable that for people. We run Android in a very open way and work closely with all partners. We work with Samsung, and I spend a lot of time with them. But we've always supported other partners. When Larry and Sergey founded Google Search, one of the things that struck me is that it was available for everyone to use. We deeply desire our services to work for everyone. And that inherently means we have to work with partners. That is the thesis underlying everything we do. Should kids check phones at dinner? I don't know. To me, that's a parenting choice. Nest is one vertical implementation of a set of smart products for the home. But we will support other people's smart products for the home. I think it is going to be hard for individual OEMs to create a platform on top of which people will write content and services and which users will transact. Open platforms historically undergo a lot of scrutiny, but there are a lot of advantages to having an open source platform from a security standpoint. Android was built to be very, very secure. My dad and mom did what a lot of parents did at the time. They sacrificed a lot of their lives and used a lot of their disposable income to make sure their children were educated. When you run the platform on scale, you have to make sure it's truly open. That way, not only do you do well, so do others. A lot of credit goes to Google TV for helping that process get started and helping to build something like Chromecast. Obviously, you will always see more malware targeting Android because Android is used more than any smartphone platform by a pretty substantial difference. Computing is evolving beyond phones, and people are using it in context across many scenarios, be it in their television, be it in their car, be it something they wear on their wrist, or even something much more immersive. We're excited by the success of WhatsApp on top of Android. Amazon brings services like Kindle on top of Android. It's a competitive world and a lot more complex than people realize.